Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is your girl Cooking with Steph. I was live. Apologize. I don't know what happened. However, we are going to continue on with this meal. I am making from scratch a homemade jambalaya. I am making a homemade, some may call it, let's just say it's a dish. One of family's recipes that I'm going to give out. So this dish here that I'm working on right now, currently, this is my goulash. Okay, in this goulash, I have fresh onion. I have fresh bell pepper, I have fresh garlic, I have white onion, I have bay leaves, I have some fresh basil, and I have going in now some fresh rosemary. I also have in there a few cans of stewed tomatoes. So I just take and I bring my leaves off of my rosemary, and I look to see I have my fresh basil. Okay, so I'm gonna detach her from her stem, and I want that flavor, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in. And that's about as much rosemary as I'm going to use. I have my oven on. My house is getting a little too warm. So I'm going to turn that AC up. Before I go and turn it up, let's go ahead and check this sausage. I have me some Hillshire beef sausage in the oven, getting ready to make my jambalaya. Okay, so now that we have all of our vegetables in for our goulash, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit it with just a little of olive oil. Okay, and that's about maybe 2 teaspoons. I'm going in with some kosher salt because I have those stewed tomatoes in there, and those stewed tomatoes need to have a little salt to balance off with that acid from the tomatoes. So I'm going to add in some seasoned salt, some garlic salt, some black pepper, and I'm going to leave these out as I bring them out because I will be getting ready to season my chicken. So I'm going in with some black pepper. Going in with a little accent. Going in with a little of my Cajun seasoning. Going in with some onion powder and some garlic powder. It's my garlic, A little onion powder. Okay. And I need some cream of chicken. I need some cream of mushroom. Show you what that's for in a hot flash. Based upon the tomatoes that I see, I'm going to go in with another can of stewed tomato because I know I need it. I've been making this for a long time. I can make this with my eyes closed, and I can pretty much look at it and tell exactly what it needs. I'm going in with a little Italian season, herbs. Remember, this is a goulash. Okay? The more herbs naturally, the better. Okay? Trying to see if there's anything else that I want to add that I'm missing. Okay. So let's get ready to, and I'm going to also add in some parsley flakes. Okay, some parsley flakes. Okay. Let's get the other ingredient I need. And I am also on the hunt for some corn. Found one can. I'm going to add a little of chicken bouillon. About that much. And I believe I have pretty much everything I need in there. Let me go ahead on and get my corn opened. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn the fire on that goulash. Okay? I'm going in with a can of corn. And I'm not going to drain it. I'm just going to put that corn right on in there. Okay? So I have built my pot. Y'all have watched me build that pot from the bottom up. What all do we have in this pot? We have stewed tomatoes. We have fresh okra, frozen. We have corn. We have fresh garlic, fresh bell pepper, fresh onion, serrano pepper, from the look of it. Let's see if I have some sauce. I'm gonna need some sauce in there. You can use sauce or paste, whichever one you have. So I'm adding in a can of tomato sauce. And we are going to put her on a simmer. And we're going to allow all of those flavors to marry together. And when you have it like you want, This right here is your taste time, okay? You can go ahead and you can taste to see what you're missing. At this point, I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna go ahead on and put the top on. Allow that to steam and allow that to cook. Let me see if I could bring you in so you could see what that goulash is looking like. And she hasn't even cooked yet. Okay? So I'm gonna put the top on her and allow her to go ahead on and do her thing. I have here some shrimp. Bad camera girl. Give me a minute and I'll line you up correctly. Move my ice out your way. Okay, so I have here some colossal shrimp defrosting. That will also be going into the goulash. I am going to now go ahead and rinse my corn off. Get rid of this can. How's everyone's weekend going? I hope everyone got some good rest, some good family time, got caught up on any assignments that were due, and all that there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rinse my corn off. Want to make sure that I don't have any strings in that corn. Okay, and I'm going to take these two pieces and I'm going to put those in a Ziploc and put those back in the freezer. Let me grab a plate and I will show you exactly what we're going to do with this fresh corn. Okay, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to move your back just a wee bit. Okay, I need to go ahead and get this corn ready. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take this corn. Well, we won't be able to take it like that, will we? That's why I keep my house and my floors clean. Well, we just going to rinse her off. And we're going to try that again. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this corn. And I'm just going to go ahead on and cut that corn off of the cob. If you see any more strings at that time, you can go ahead and grab those out. Just cutting this corn right off the cob. Well, I wish I still had my son's chickens at home, because baby, they would enjoy chewing and taking on that cob there. I tell you. Okay, now that I have that corn, I think I'm going to go ahead and do, because you can never have too much corn in your goulash. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do all 4 ears of this corn. Okay. Making sure I have all of the strings out. You don't want any strings on there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to do all 4 ears of this corn. I remember when I first started bringing the girls in the kitchen and I gave them a bag of corn, the one that you also had to peel and get the husk off. And I said, okay, girls, come on. I need you guys in here. I need y'all to come shuck this corn for me. They said, shuck it. I said, yes, come on. I need y'all to come in here and shuck this corn. They didn't understand what I meant, so I showed them one by example. And I said, now, when someone asks you to go in there and shuck some corn, you know exactly what to do. So that's what we're doing, just cutting this corn right off the cob. You can take and you can make fried corn from this. You can make cream corn from this. This corn is going into my goulash. Okay? And like I said, you can never have too much corn. I did add in 3 cans of stewed tomatoes. I added in 3 cans actually. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to the stove. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in this fresh corn. It's going right into this pot with the goulash. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix that in together. That fresh rosemary smell coming up from this pot is amazing. Also, I know that I need to add in just a little bit more. I can smell it to tell exactly what I need and what I don't need. Okay? So, just gonna add in a little more fresh rosemary. Okay? So that's cooking, and we're getting ready to go ahead and start on our chicken. Okay, so we have that cooking. I smell this Hershire. It's ready. I'm going to turn that oven off. Allow that to sit in there and cool. Once that cools off, I will then be able to slice it and dice it, because that, my darlings, is going into the jambalaya. Okay. Waiting on one of my sons to walk in here so they could take that bag out for me. Okay, so we have our chicken all ready to go. It has been marinating. Let me shift you over here to this chicken. And y'all see that chicken? I'm gonna move this just because it's in my way. Okay, so I have my chicken here. It's been washed, it's been cleaned, and I am getting ready to go in, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to season my chicken. I'm going to hit it first with some Slap Your Mama. Going in next with some Lawry's. That buttermilk acts as a great binder. Gives your, this is my garlic. It's a great binder for your meats. Okay, going in with some black pepper. I'm going in with some paprika. And I will also go in with some sazon. Based on how much chicken you use or you're cooking at that particular meal, that determines how much sazon you're using. So since I have here a pretty good amount of chicken, I'm gonna go in with 2 packs. Okay. Let me get my top back on my goulash. I can bring that fire up on it as well. Okay. So I have my chicken nice and seasoned. However, I do want to add in, because the flavor of the Cajun is just simply amazing. Okay, so I'm adding in some Cajun style spicy. Okay, now we have that chicken good and seasoned. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss it. Stir everything in together. As you're stirring it, you can see what you're missing, what you want to add to. I want to add some more black pepper. I'm going to go ahead and get my skillet preheating, because we're going straight from the seasoning bowl to the flour bag to the skillet and to the oven. So I always double check when you're cooking, because you can always find something that you may have missed. Okay. Chicken is nice and seasoned and coated. Okay, I'm gonna grab my bag, have my cornstarch. Let me get my flour. I have my Ziploc. I'm gonna add some flour into my Ziploc. trying to do it without a mess, I'm just going to put the top on it this way, open it up. Put about how much you're going to use. Okay. That should be about enough. Looks like I may need just a little more. I don't want to use too much and then waste it, because after I season my chicken with that batch, I go ahead and I throw that out. Okay, so put that inside and straighten that bag out so the rest can go in there. And yes, I made a mess. I'm gonna go in with just a little cornstarch. Give it that extra crispy. That's too much. That's why you want to measure. So I'm gonna use about that much. Not a whole cap full, but about that much. My spirit say, add a little more. Okay? Add a little more. So let's clean up our mess. I'm gonna go ahead on and close this just to combine that cornstarch together with that flour. Okay, so I have the flour and the cornstarch combined. I have the grease getting hot. We're getting ready to add that chicken. I don't need to rinse my hands. They're got flour on them, but it's okay because I'm just going to go ahead on and glove up to get this chicken in there. A lot of gloves come with powder. Back in the day, they did. They don't do it as often. Most times you have to request your gloves with the flour, with the powder inside. Just FYI. Okay? So, I'm gonna pull that skin down on all my legs. Can y'all see in there? Okay. I'm gonna close my wings up. Sometimes it's a waste of time to close those wings up because they just like to pop right back out together. All together, they like to pop out. So I like to take and pull my skin down on my chicken legs. And as I get a wing closed, I'm going to just go ahead and put it in the batter. If they don't want to stay closed, no big deal. Just go ahead on and put it in there. They gonna fry how they gonna fry. But I like mine closed. They don't want to close today, so guess what? I'm not gonna argue with you. You want to stay open? I'm gonna let you be open. I'm gonna let it hang all out there. Okay? Not gonna get no fight from your girl today. Okay? We're gonna start with that first batch. Gonna start with that first batch. When that grease is hot, she's hot. I can hear her bubbling and doing what she's doing over there. So that goulash is cooking real nice. I'm gonna direct you over here to this skillet. And I think I am going to bring you over to the stove closer. Hold on.